I'm at home, but that's my beach.
That's your beach.
That's my virtual beach.
Let me turn off the speaker, put the speaker back on to the real tech. I don't know why it's doing that.
Happy World Puppetry Day.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Usually I do the Unima talk thing and we talk about puppets and what you like about puppets and how you got into puppets. But this is a cool episode because you're going to show us your puppets.
Yeah, we'll see. I sent you the sound file, so I thought maybe you could play it while I feature the secondary camera.
I can try. Okay, so we have Eva Cranky Pantz, and you're gonna show us your puppet show. What's this one called?
This is a toy theater piece of microcinema with called Swan's Knock.
Okay.
I was inspired by one of the composers that attended the Egene conferences, and he gave me permission to use his music to do it.
Okay. All right. And you built that by yourself? I remember seeing pictures of you building that.
Yeah, I've been building that. I found it. It's a piece of a portfolio case I found in the trash at the art school, and it's relatively small. I'd love to find another one that's bigger.
Yeah.
Or make one that's bigger, but I wanted a toy theater after COVID, and so I made a proscenium, and then this is what I did with it.
We built an elaborate one out of cardboard, and we threw it away because I didn't do the strand that I was supposed to do at the Chicago Festival.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's fine.
I build another one because they're nice. This fits in a suitcase, and or like to make a suitcase or make a bigger one that will be its own suitcase and just pull with it because it's so flat. It's
it's flat.
It's an old case. Yeah, it's an old attaché. It folds down, so that's.
And now I see what it is. It is. Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, it's like a. Yeah.
That's cool though.
It's like a little suitcase.
Yeah, it is like a little suitcase. I should make myself one of those.
You should.
I should. I always loved the ones that you do from the briefcase. I always tell people that you have these traveling shows in your briefcases or in your suitcases, and it's some of the most amazing things I've ever seen,
Yeah, I got another one, but we could do that another day.
We could do that another day. So, you want to chat more about puppets, or you want to show us that performance?
Can you play that music, or can you see if you can try?
I don't know how to play music from here. Let's see if I can. I don't know how. I can try.
You hear this?
Oh, you don't want to get feedback? Let's see.
Maybe a share screen. You don't share screens. Let's see. Let me try.
Share the screen.
You ready?
I'm ready when you're ready.
Ready. Okay, this is Swan's Knock, music composed by William Wright. From his composition called Salt Marsh. Let me see if you have any questions. Let me see if I can get that brief.
And this was from your last O'Neill, right?
Yeah, this is how it evolved.
Okay.
It was kind of scrappy when I was at the O'Neill. This is what I kind of showed to Baltimore.
This is really cool. This is the first time I've done something like this for an episode of Unima Talks, and I think it's the best way to celebrate World Puppetry Day with my favorite puppeteer, you.
Oh, great. Can you see? Should I move the...
No, this is great. This is good.
I'll move it to the...
If you want to send the screen, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. It was,
Yeah,
but it was great.
yeah, it's
It,
kind of work in progress.
but it was good. It was great, actually. How let's start with the biggest question. How did you do that? Is it like a projector? And I don't want to take the magic away, but
Little tiny projector in my iPhone, and
oh,
and then yeah, and I have a little set. Ooh, maybe I should show it. Take this camera. So yeah, it's a little tiny set.
okay.
Hi there.
Double Eva again.
Eva. Yeah, here. Look at myself again, and I'm trying to flip the camera. Yeah, so it's a little stage box right here. That's very tiny.
Oh,
So it's still tiny,
you fit an
and
entire show behind it. It's amazing.
I have a little slot. Where is the stuff? I have my little camera,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I'm still kind of working with the technology. I think I sped through the piece a little bit too much, and then I have a projector
But it's
in the
good.
back.
I think it was good. I saw everything that you were doing there. And the fact that you fit all that into that little box is amazing.
Yeah, I think I rushed, but
Nice, good. You didn't rush. It was good. It was great. So,
yeah,
so I've always wanted to ask, right?
yeah, ask away.
What inspired Eva to become a puppeteer? Like, have you always done this? Is it something recent? Is it?
I think it's been a lifelong passion that my parents tried to kill.
Oh,
You're never going to make any money doing that. So
oh,
I went to architecture, and then when I graduated, friends of mine saw me making a toy for my daughter, and
uh-huh,
it looked like a puppet. And
uh-huh,
there's this thing down the street called St. Anne's Warehouse uh, puppetry thing run
uh-huh.
by Amy Geisner and Theodora Skipitaris. I don't know, they and Dan Hurlin. So the
Hmm.
three great New York City at that time were running this kind of like a session of how to build a puppet show. So it started from
Hmm.
there. I've always been interested in building stuff and mechanical, uh, kinetic architecture
Hmm.
was always interesting. I could never do that, but I've been doing puppetry. And then I fell into friends with puppeteers, and they like model building skills, so they tied into that a lot. So
I mean, from
yeah.
from from what I
And
saw at the O'Neill, your stuff is extremely intricate. Like the stuff that you do and the stuff that you build, like those big diving helmets and stuff. The fact that
yeah,
you built those things is one of the most amazing things I've ever come across. And it's always entertaining when Ava comes up at pub night.
I don't, yeah. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was always a great experience. I really appreciate the experience we got from O'Neill.
Hmm.
I feel like you got to take from that and build our own adventure, I think, from that point forward. But yeah, it's been, yeah. So I have a choice. I think what got me into puppetry is just the dimension and not adhering to a scale.
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever heard of Ping Chong.
I know,
Um,
yeah, I have. I took two of his workshops actually. Um, yeah.
okay. Ping Chong, I at that period of time was doing kind of like cinematic puppet theater,
Hmm.
and I saw his piece Quaidon based on the Japanese film Quaidon of the same name,
Hmm.
which is Japanese ghost stories,
Yep.
and that hooked me, as well as um, someplace in Chicago. I can't remember. They were on the tip of my tongue, but they did this. Uh, who's the guy who was on the bell tower? Quasimodo. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre
Uh,
Dame.
Blue Moon, or that was the Henson Puppetry Festival of young, way on olden times. So
Yeah, yeah.
years and years ago. But those kind of like two key pieces there was multiple Quasimodos, and throughout the piece it was dynamic. It moved you through, and it
Hmm.
went through this whole arc of emotions, of comedy to tragedy, and at the end, the bodies, they had a little box and two skeletons, and they closed the the little box coffin. Both of the two people, the Quasimodo and the gypsy, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You'd write that story, but they would turn it on and it turned into sand. Sand started dripping on. But yeah, and quite on, I love Ping Chung's visual theater. The way he did it was absolutely amazing. And lately, the one that got the last puppet show that I've seen that got very close to the cinematic was Kid Kalala's Mosquito.
Oh, I don't know it, but I'll look for it.
Oh, I don't know. He does it all live. He has like 15 puppeteers on the stage. He has his band. He's a DJ and he does sound and music composition for he's an award-winning artist. And he's touring the world right now. He came to New York for 3 days as a children's performance, but I think I don't think it's a children's performance because it was really a little bit slow for little kids. It was a lot of screaming, angry toddlers, but the piece was 15 puppeteers, multiple tiny little sets, 7 cameras on dollies, and they had different versions of the puppets, like 3 versions, big, little, and small, and hands. So they treated it like they were playing live music, doing live feed camera work, and somebody was doing live video editing. On the fly, all live.
But that's puppets,
so you
right?
See over here, an artist working over here, and they would just switch like close up, big close up. He's looking left.
I don't think that's kid friendly.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So So, but the person I went to the Edinburgh Object Movement Festival, which is a great puppet festival for a lot. They had some really great workshops 2 years ago with Gavin Glover, Melvin Marvin, and another gentleman, I can't remember who's local. And I took a Gavin Glover micro cinema workshop. And if all things go well, and he uses these little tiny spy cameras versus I'm using an iPhone because I want a little bit more robust connection. So I'm trying to find this pinhole spy camera for a projector. So if I can work that out doing it live, that'd be even better. So
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's always experimental with things like that. And I think you're killing it with that because I remember seeing you did at the O'Neill, like you progressed a piece, like you started like small and that piece just got bigger as we went along, and it's something that it's something truly inspiring to me when it comes to puppets. And I always tell people about you and I tell people about Play-Doh because the both of you stood out.
Yeah.
Like you guys stood out as like the true artists. I mean, everybody's great, everybody's good, but you saw that you have like a specific style that you do, And I was telling my wife earlier that you have that vaudeville Jacques Cousteau, aquatic thing always going on that I think is really cool. And like Play-Doh his stuff is just wild,
I saw some other pieces that he did were really nicely polished a little bit.
Yeah.
But he kind of goes from trash to polished in a heartbeat, but it's really great. He's he's traveling, touring, just
that's
everywhere.
what he does. That's what he does. That's what he does.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to make it small, compact, so I can get to Europe. I'm crossing my fingers that Lesage Foods will let me be in their unfinished puppet festival in October. I've been kind of like, oh please, South, please.
Oh, I
think
think
we spent 5 days when I was doing this piece
uh-huh.
at the O'Neill after I performed it, or 3, it was like whatever time period for the presentation. It took her a day and a half. I gotta talk to you. I couldn't see your piece. I'm like, I'm sorry.
And who was
Okay.
that? I
With
missed.
South, with South.
Oh, okay.
She's a really wonderful artist from
Okay.
Massage. I
Okay,
really like
okay.
it. Stand where she was sitting, she couldn't see it. So I'm like,
Oh no.
this is a very, very tiny, like
Mm-hmm.
if this space is great for bar theaters or
Yeah.
small
Smaller
venues.
spaces, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fun for me.
Oh yeah, that's fun for you.
Or
Uh,
I take it to like the big Voorhees Theater and they have a
mm-hmm.
projector and
Mm-hmm.
they could do a live feed of a live feed.
Yeah. It's funny that they didn't do that because you would have performed at the end, right?
Yeah, I asked and they were grumpy. It was just like, okay, I'm just gonna. I had to be very self-sufficient. Well, one thing
Mm-hmm.
that whole experience taught me, I had to be very self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make sure everything worked. Um, and what I've done is streamlined it even further. So I'm not connected to a computer
Mm-hmm.
and to a projector. So if I can do that, and I'd love to figure out how to switch from maybe another camera viewpoint, that'd
Mm-hmm.
be fun. If I can get another maybe two camera works, and I don't know. I'd like to keep it a solo show, but we'll see.
I think you'll benefit from using that thing Nappy used. You know, the Elmo. They call it the Elmo.
Oh,
The overhead
projector,
projector. I think that will actually work really well for you.
live feed one that he had.
Yeah, because that's what they did, right?
Yeah, he had a really, yeah, I think he had a live feed
And
video
somebody
overhead
last
projector.
year, someone was giving someone who went to the uni was giving one of those away, and I was like, oh man, that's a great thing
Ah,
to have. Yeah.
the only thing is the same kind of camera
Mm-hmm.
from the iPhone because I saw it being used, something very similar to that,
Mm-hmm.
uh, used at Black Cherry Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cherry Puppet Theater should be
Mm-hmm.
in everybody's vocabulary. Great place
Yeah.
to go from. Great audience.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a fun time there. But somebody was using that kind of camera with the overhead.
Mm-hmm.
But my issue with the iPhone and that if I try to turn off recognize text off,
Mm-hmm.
it'll recognize text. So you get that little box. It
Yeah.
recognizes face, and that's built into the phone, and I can't turn that off.
Yeah, and that's where the Elmo will shine because the Elmo doesn't have that. He's just a camera.
Oh, the camera. Gotta
Yeah.
check out the phone
You know,
because I saw.
if you know anybody who works in an old office or has old office things or if you go to like Goodwill, I'm sure you'll get one of those. It's called
I
an
might,
Elmo.
yeah, I might have to go check the our office. We might have a supply of old stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the best thing to use, I think,
But
because that's
they either trash it or they're highly reluctant to give it to anybody in the employee line.
uh, yeah, and you don't get those things to buy new anymore. I remember we had one of those when I
Almost,
was going to college. It was just something that they would use when we were doing that one drawing class that we did. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So Ava, we're 3 minutes into this whole thing. So I'm gonna shoot you some questions before we go, right?
Okay.
Okay. So let's go. It's the fun World Puppetry Day fun round of things, right? So give me your favorite puppet memory.
Oh, I think it was Ping Chong's
Oh,
Visceral
with that.
right on.
Okay. All right. Give me who's your favorite puppeteer?
Ah, somebody that I just follow the world. I think I love to watch what um Opposable Thumb Theater does.
Okay.
I like a lot of British, Bristol-based puppeteers, like Green Ginger
Mm-hmm.
had really cool pieces. If they would do a piece, I'd definitely pay money to see that. And Opposable Thumb, which is Dick Downey and Adam. Yeah, they do really beautiful work. You should look them up.
I will.
Uh, yeah.
Hey,
Um,
let's go again. I have another one for you. I was just there. Okay, so yeah, the last one I asked was who's your favorite puppeteer? And
mhm.
let's find out what's next for Ava.
cross my fingers. I'm going to another workshop in Turin, Italy. Cross my fingers. I don't know. I shot an email out into the ether and asked Mr. Gavin Glover if I can go do his art house workshop.
Okay.
Film, it might just take me to a different direction because I like to think cinematically in terms of the show, or if I don't do light, I've been playing with clown as well. And trying to merge the two, but keep it interesting, and clown gives you the ability to kind of like forego lights and stuff like that. But if you have it, I like to. I'm not such a meanie with it. I'm very specific about my lighting. I'm sorry, and I love music that is curated and has it's like it gives you a whole story in a soundtrack. I love that. So
so we have less than a minute, so I have to tell you, it's almost the end and we gotta go. So tell everyone where we can find you.
I'm on Instagram at Eva _Cranky _Pantz PANTZ on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel, and I do have Patreon under the same thing. If you want to join my club, I think I'm still free. I'll take anybody who wants to see content. I just want to start making. I feel like I need to be inspired or responsible for somebody to find my content and interact with it. So
thank you for coming. We enjoyed your show. It was great. People need more Eva Cranky Pantz in their lives. Get out there.
I like doing the live shows. That's more interesting to me. I can give you. I have a pre-recorded bit that I have that I might give you for another. It's short, and I have this one piece that I did in my apartment. It doesn't have enough puppets, according to some people, but I feel like it's object thing.
Hand it over. I would like to put it in after this interview. We'll add it in there.
It was developed with a fellow clown, or directed by Jared Bates, who I have to mention, he's wonderful, but he's amazing. He did the camera switching with that live. It was a lot of fun.
And this was a lot of fun. And I hope to see you again. Yeah, we should. And I think this is like a really cool eye opener for the Unima Talks thing, because this was cool getting like a live performance and you talk a little bit, and I think it makes this show a little more interesting.
A little rough, but that's okay.
No, but it was great.
I didn't hear the music for a little while, so honestly. So yeah, but that's okay. But I have another piece. If you want to do another one, I'll do the suitcase one if I find my balloons. I did that live on Zoom for the Richmond Fringe when they were doing it over COVID. Yeah,
it's great. Okay, Eva. So I know you just got home from work too, right?
Yeah, we're all done for work.
Yeah, we're all done for.
Late, and you got home so late.
Yeah, we did. But it was great, and I loved having you. And if I going again?
Okay.
Oh, wait, where are you going? Are you there? Okay. Yeah, no, you didn't. Okay, yeah. I'm going.
Into the deep space. It's the adventures of Globa and Gleba.
Gleba! It's an emergency! We must chart a course to the planet Earth. They are experiencing climate change that may cause the same fate as the planet Taluba. We must save them, Gleba. Chart a course to Earth. We must warn them about global warming.